Welcome to Prajim Technologies. This is Venkat. In this part, we will look at the common operators in C Sharp. Just like any other programming language, even C Sharp has some common operators. Okay, and we can actually classify these operators into assignment, arithmetic, comparison, conditional, ternary, and null coalescing operators. So assignment operators in C Sharp is equal to, and similarly we have several arithmetic operators like plus, minus, etc. Let's look at a simple examples on how to use these operators. So we have a simple program here. For example, if I create a variable of type integer, int I, and if I want to initialize this to a value of 10, I can use the assignment operator equals. So just like C or C++, you use equal to assign a value to a variable of any type. It could be integer, boolean, whatever. For example, if it's boolean, I will say boolean b equal to true or false, whatever is the value that you want to initialize that variable to. So that's about the assignment operator. Single equals is the assignment operator in C Sharp. Um, Whereas we have several arithmetic operators like plus, minus, into, and as the name suggests, they do the respective operation. For example, if you want to add two numbers, you use the plus sign, and similarly for subtraction, you can use minus, etc. There are these two operators. If you have two numbers to divide, and when you divide two numbers, you get two results. One is the quotient and the other one is the remainder. Okay, so if I divide number 10 by 2, I get the quotient as 5 and the remainder as 0. Okay, so depending on which operator you use, either forward slash, if you use forward slash, you get the quotient, which is 5 in our example. If you use percentage, you get the remainder, which is 0 in our case. So let's do a quick demo on that. So for example, if I have int numerator, and let's set that to, let's say, 10, and we want to add denominator, and let's set that to maybe 2, denominator 2, int result equals numerator, and look at this, I am using the forward slash numerator by denominator, and forward slash will give us the quotient and not the remainder. So if I print this result out, console.writeLine, and let's use the placeholder syntax to print that. So result, so we want to just say result equals result. Okay, so now if we go ahead and run this, we know if we divide 10 by 2, we get the quotient as 5. So if you want quotient, use the forward slash. On the other hand, if you want remainder, use percentage. So this will give us the remainder. So 10 divided by 2 is 0, so we get the remainder. So simple arithmetic operators, just like any other programming language: plus, minus, into, forward slash for quotient, modulus or percentage for the remainder. And comparison operators, we have already seen single equal to is the assignment operator, but whereas if you want to compare two numbers, then you have to use double equals. For example, let's say I have, maybe we are initializing, we'll call this as number instead of numerator, just to give it a meaningful name. So int number is equal to 10. Now if I have to compare, or if I have to check in my program if the number is 10, I can't say if number equal to 10. You can't do that because a single equals in C Sharp have a meaning. It's basically used for the assignment operation and not for comparison. If you want to really compare, then you have to use double equals. Okay, so if you are using double equals, you are using that operator for comparison. Okay, I am checking here is the value of number 10. Okay, on the other hand, if you want to check for not equal, then you use an exclamation if number not equal to 10. Okay, and this expression obviously returns a true or false if the number is 10. In this case, it will actually return false because number is equal to 10. So if you want to check for not equal to, we use this one. If you want to check for equal to, we use double equal. Similarly, we have greater than, equal to, less than, and less than or equal to. Again, this is very much similar to any other programming language like C or C++ and Java. And the other most important operators that we have in C# are the conditional operators, the and or. Okay, so basically, if I have to, check two conditions, then I can use the AND operator. If one of the conditions is satisfied, if that's enough, then I can use the OR operator. Let's look at an example for this. Let's say I have number I and I have another number. Maybe that's, let's say, set to 20. Okay. Now, if I want the number to be 10 and another number to be 20, and only then will I have to do something, then I can say if number is equal to 10 and another number is equal to 20. So in this case, both the conditions should be satisfied. Otherwise, you know, whatever code that you have here will not be executed. Console.writeLine. Okay, so hello. Now, since number is 10 and another number is 20, this hello will be printed, but otherwise it won't. Even if one of the numbers, if we set, let's say, for example, another number to 21, so obviously another number is not equal to 20. So this condition is not satisfied, so it will not print this one. So if we go ahead and run this, it doesn't print hello there because this condition is not satisfied. But on the other hand, if you use the OR operator is the pipe symbol. So if I use OR operator, if any of these conditions are satisfied, then this piece of code will be executed. Okay, so in this case, number is equal to 10 is satisfied. That's true. So it doesn't even, the compiler doesn't even, the runtime environment doesn't even bother to check this condition because this is already true. And if one of the conditions is satisfied, it can execute this code. So if we go ahead and run this now, so the hello world is printed. Okay, so conditional and conditional or. If it is conditional and, all the conditions should be satisfied to enter that block of code. Otherwise, if it's or, one of the conditions, if one of the conditions is satisfied, then it's more than enough. Alright, the next operator that we talk about is the ternary operator, which is kind of actually very interesting operator. So let's take a simple example to understand ternary operator. Let's say I have this variable called number which is equal to 10. Now what I want to do is I want another variable, maybe boolean variable, is number equal to 10, or let's say simply is number 10. I have a boolean variable here. Now if, sorry about that, if number is equal to 10, then I want to set this variable is number 10 equal to true, else I want to set that variable to false because it's not equal to 10. So if you look at here, you know we are using the comparison operator, we are using the assignment operator, and finally what I want to do is console.writeLine number is equal to 10 is whatever, true or false. And who will let us know that? The variable is number 10. Okay, so if you look at this program, it's a very simple program. Int, we have declared an integer variable of type with a value of 10, and we are checking if that number is 10, we are assigning this boolean variable to true, otherwise false. And then we are saying number is equal to 10 is, into this placeholder we will substitute this one. If it's true, true, otherwise false. So now here number is 10, so if we go ahead and run, okay, number is equal to 10 is true. But on the other hand, if we change the value maybe to 15, number is not equal to 10, so number equal to 10 is false. Now look at this, just to check if this number is 10 or not, and initialize this variable with true or false, we are having so many lines of code. But if you actually use a ternary operator, all this can be done in just one line. So if you look at this, 1 2 3 4 5 lines of code can actually be replaced by one line if you know how to use ternary operator. So let's see how to use this ternary operator. So bool is number equal to, if number is equal to 10, then return true, else return false. It's actually as simple as that. Now you can get rid of all these lines. So if you look at this, it's a 3-line program right now. Okay, so what we are doing is basically we are declaring a variable of type is number 10, of type boolean, you know, and this variable value should be equal to, if this expression is true, then return true. If this expression is not true, then return false. Okay, whatever follows question mark is the true part, and whatever follows the colon part is the false part, and that value will be stored here. Now if I go ahead and run, the output of the program will be exactly similar, except that we are using the ternary operator here. So that's the ternary operator. Null coalescing operator, we will talk about this in a later session when we actually talk about nullable data types in C#. Okay, so we need to understand nullable data types, and then we will talk about null coalescing operator. And we have seen this example in a demo, without ternary operator we have to have so many lines of code, but with ternary operator the program size is relatively much smaller. you know That's it for today. If you want more resources, you can visit Prajim Tech at prajimtech.com, and for ASP.NET C# and video tutorials, you can visit these respective resources. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.